This week's video, I want to talk about locking pliers. I kind of wanted to specifically highlight these ones, the Malco Eagle Grips. And then these are the snap-ons, which are made by Malco. And then I kind of want to get a little brief history about vice grip in general. So these are USA made Peterson Manufacturing vice grips that I got on eBay. These ones are also just in a smaller size. These ones are Chinese made vice grips that I've had since about 2013. This is a brand new pair of vice grips, Chinese made, that I just got. These ones, these might look familiar to some people. These ones are grip-on, but these were the old Snap-on OEM. I think you could still get these, but they're gray, and then it says Snap-on right here. These are made in Spain, and then these are Crescent, made in Taiwan. These ones are the same size as these ones, 5-inch. The rest of these are 10-inch. So I wanted to start with a little bit of a brief history. So the original vice grip, it looked similar to this, but it wasn't this exact same shape. Dates back to 1924. So in 1993, Peterson Manufacturing bought Irwin. So they became the Irwin Vice Grip Company. Irwin was the more well-known brand, so they became the Irwin Vice Grip Company. These ones are the Chinese-made ones, and they say Irwin. I think some of them said, some of the USA-made ones did say Irwin, but I just couldn't find a pair of those. So then in 2002, the Irwin Vice Grip Company was sold to Newell Brands, which is the same Newell Brands as Rubbermaid. 2008, they ceased manufacturing in Nebraska. So if you could see that, it says DeWitt, Nebraska. And then on the Malcos, it also says DeWitt, Nebraska. It's a slightly different logo, of course, but they ceased and they started making them in China, which is what these ones are. So then 2016, Irwin was sold to Stanley Black & Decker. In 2017, this company called Malco, which Malco's best known for a bunch of HVAC tools, but also these. They're I'm sure maybe you've seen these before, if it'll focus. Which these ones are HVAC, but they're 1/4-inch 5/16 flip over stuck sockets for like HVAC work. They're mainly known for that, but they purchased the original factory in DeWitt, Nebraska, and they started making these for Snap-on, which these ones are slightly different. These ones are straight jaws, as well all the rest of these are curved jaws, but these are still made by Malco. They started making these for Snap-on, and then they started selling them under their own brand, which was the Eagle Grip. And then, so at the end of 2022, Malco announced that they are going to close the factory. I guess they just can't keep these going. They can't make money with this or something. But they're going to cease production sometime during 2023. They basically said whenever they run out of material, they're going to cease production. So there was a press release from Channel Lock. Channel Lock said that they were interested in buying the factory, but they have basically said that they can't do it either. But I did hear some rumors that Snap-on was talking about buying the factory, so there might be some new news or something. Which, just to put it in perspective, the Malco USA-made ones, these ones were, I think, 46. The Chinese-made Irwin ones were 11. And then these are the grip-on ones. These ones were 20. 20 or 26, I can't remember exactly. So I just wanted to kind of show that the Malco ones and the Snap-on ones, of course, these ones are original USA-made vice grips. And there's a few differences that they did. So the Malco, they put a rivet here, and they are still brazed, as were the original vice grips. It's just pinched and it's brazed. And then also they added the hex on the back. So I don't think any USA-made vice grips have the hex. These two are both USA-made, and they do not have the hex, but then the Chinese ones do have the hex. So the problem with the Chinese ones is I've had these since probably about 2013 or so, but look at the teeth. The teeth just get mangled. They do not hold up at all. So that's the issue with the Chinese-made one. So here's a quick way to tell if you have a USA-made or a Chinese-made. Is on the quick release lever, right here, there's a rivet, as where the USA made ones have the roll pin. Let's see that, there it goes. Have the roll pin, and even these little 5-inch ones have the roll pin. And the Malcos have the roll pin, as well as the Snap-ons have the roll pin there. And I don't know, these are a slightly different finish. Like, these ones are more like a galvanized, and these ones are nickel plated. But these ones are really great. So if you want to get a pair of these, they are linked down below. Just kind of hurry. They are still on Amazon right now. And one thing that Malco did different was on the original USA made ones, where the threaded screw goes, they just, is it going to focus? They just fold it over and braze it, as where I'll demonstrate on the Snap-ons, but those ones are the same. Is they do the same thing. Hopefully you can see down in there. They do that, but then they put this, what they call a torque ring, over it to keep this from spreading open, which can happen on these ones, is this can spread open and it can cause this to slip. So one thing I wanted to notice is the European made ones, the release levers is you push it, so you pull it toward, or I guess you pull it towards you to release it, as where all the USA inspired ones, you have to squeeze it like this to get it to open. So that's kind of an interesting thing that I really liked, was that these ones you can kind of, they're a little bit easier to release, the grip-on ones. But that's just my little thought there. You might have a different one. And then even the grip-on ones don't have any kind of a hex. So what I have heard is you can get, I guess the hex screws are the same, so you can buy the hex screws and you can put them in the USA made ones. So even like these crescent ones and then these USA made 5-inch ones, I mean, these things look, there's a couple differences. The rivets are different sizes. The bottom jaw looks a little bit different, but man, they are like almost a perfect copy. So the patent ran out, I'm pretty sure, a long time ago. But see, even these say DeWitt, Nebraska. So these were USA made. It's kind of sad to say that these Eagle grips are no longer going to be made in the USA anymore, or not be made at all. But if you want to get a pair, go check out a pair of these ones. I like the chrome a lot. And then that logo, man, it's just not focusing. There it goes, DeWitt, Nebraska. As where the Peterson manufacturing ones are slightly different. So go check them out. Hope you like it. Like, comment, subscribe.